You know that feeling? You're exhausted with work, you're anxious about what's coming next, and you just feel, well, stuck. You want to make a change, but the idea of blowing up your whole life is terrifying. If that sounds familiar, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to tear down the outdated, frankly broken career advice that's keeping so many of us trapped. Let's get into it. If you've been feeling like the whole system is kind of glitching out lately, you're not crazy. You're absolutely right. I mean, with all the layoffs, the rise of AI, the overhiring whiplash, the traditional career ladder we were all told to climb, yeah, it's pretty much been dismantled. And that feeling of running as hard as you can but staying in the exact same place, it is very, very real. All right, so to figure out how we can actually move forward, we have to start by diagnosing the problem. And that means we need to expose three of the biggest, sneakiest lies about careers, lies that so many of us were taught to believe were the gospel truth. You know the drill. Ever since you were a little kid, people have been asking, what do you want to be when you grow up? And that just turned into, so what's your 5-year plan? We were all conditioned to have this perfect, clean, linear story for our careers. But here's the thing. In a world that changes this fast, clinging to a rigid 5-year plan doesn't actually protect you. It just paralyzes you. It delays you from making any move at all. This is such a huge mindset shift. See, if you wait for certainty, that feeling of knowing exactly how every step is going to land, you will be stuck forever. It just doesn't exist. But if you choose a direction, well, that's different. That's just about knowing what you want more of in your life and what you want less of. That gives you the flexibility to move, to adapt, as the world keeps changing around you. And that brings us right to the second big lie. It's safer to stay where I am, even if I'm miserable. That sounds so responsible, doesn't it? Better the devil you know. But staying put isn't safety. It's a choice, a passive choice, and it has a cost, a huge one actually. It costs you time, it costs you money, and it definitely costs you your mental health. The perfect time to make a move, it's never going to show up. And if you wait too long, that decision might just be made for you. And here's the hard truth. Companies are not making the same calculations that you are. They're doing what's best for their bottom line, period. Your loyalty, no matter how deep it is no guarantee against a layoff. It doesn't mean you're automatically going to get that promotion. Staying put is not the safe bet you think it is. Ah, yes, my personal favorite. This is the most productive feeling delay tactic in the entire playbook. Going back to school, getting another certificate, it feels like you're making progress, right? It feels so responsible. But for most experienced professionals, it's really just a way to sink a ton of time and money into something that isn't the actual solution to their problem. Because here is the secret that nobody tells you. Most of us do not have a skill problem. We have a language problem. The real work isn't about learning some brand new skill from scratch. No, it's about learning how to translate the incredible skills and experience you already have into the language that the job market is actually speaking today. Okay, so we've established the old career ladder is broken. It's gone. But what replaced it? Well, it's not another ladder. For most of us, the new reality of work is what we're going to call the career stairmaster. And this just nails the feeling, doesn't it? You're putting in the hours, you're sweating, the dashboard says you're crushing it, you're hitting all your goals, but then you look up and you haven't actually gone anywhere. You might be getting higher pay, sure, but it comes with golden handcuffs, more stress, and zero real forward progress in your life. So this is the million-dollar question, right? If climbing up is just an illusion that leads straight to burnout, how in the world do we build a career that's actually resilient, one that's future-proof? What does that new model even look like? The alternative is to stop climbing and start weaving. The new framework for a modern career isn't a straight line up. It's a web. It is a structure that you build for yourself, one that doesn't depend on a single company or a single boss or any single point of failure. Think about it. A web is sticky. It has multiple connection points all over the place. It's designed so that if one thread breaks, let's say you get laid off, the entire structure doesn't just collapse. You've got other threads to catch you. And even better, those threads are out there to catch new opportunities that just happen to fly by. It's built for resilience, not just for height. This right here gets to the absolute heart of why a web is so powerful. You know that person at your company who is a total wizard with that one unique, custom-built piece of software? They get all the praise, they're indispensable right there. But that brilliance, it doesn't translate anywhere else. That's what we call contained brilliance. Real, portable brilliance is valuable no matter where you go. And that is exactly what the web does for you. It's the architecture that lets your skills, your expertise, your real value exist outside of one single job title or one single company. It makes sure your brilliance isn't contained. It's free to travel and create value wherever you decide to go next. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually start building this web? Let's get practical. We're going to talk about the tools and the mindset shifts you need to start weaving your own career safety net, and you can start today. Hey, remember that language problem we talked about? Well, here's how you solve it. Look at this. The core skills of an account manager are basically the same as a client success manager. The work itself isn't really changing, just the language around it is. You have to learn how to repackage what you already do for what the market needs right now. Now, your best tool for weaving is curiosity, but not just any kind. See, intellectual curiosity, reading books, listening to podcasts, that's great, but it's safe. The high reward version is relational curiosity. What does that mean? It means instead of just reading an article on negotiation, you actually ask a mentor, hey, how did you handle that salary conversation in your last role? See, books give you frameworks, but people give you timing, politics, and they tell you where the landmines are. When opportunity finally knocks, you need a system ready to catch it. You can call it your job search operating system, and it's super simple. You have one main folder for your job search. Inside that, a subfolder for every single company you apply to. And in each of those, you save the job description, the exact resume you used, and your cover letter. Don't rely on your memory. Rely on a simple system. So as we wrap up, I really want to leave you with this one question. Is your career built to climb, or is it built to last? The old model was all about climbing, getting higher and higher at all costs. But as we've seen, that's a trap. The new model is about building something that lasts, something resilient, something that is truly yours. The choice of what you build next, well, that is entirely up to you.